day, everyone. You are welcome to Easy Pass Tutorial. These are new segments in chemistry. The topic of today is Organic Chemistry 1. Under Organic Chemistry 1, we have Introduction to Organic Chemistry, Homologous Series, Alkyl Group, Functional Group, and Naming of Organic Compound. Introduction to Organic Chemistry. Organic chemistry can be defined as the chemistry of carbon compound. Organic chemistry is defined as the chemistry of carbon compound in relation to oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, so on and so forth. The chemistry of carbon compound in relation to oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur is known to be organic chemistry. There are two major important aspects of organic chemistry. The two major important aspects of organic chemistry are the homologous series and the functional group. The homologous series, the functional group, although the alkyl group is also important. These are the two major powerhouse of organic chemistry. What do you mean by the word homologous series? Homologous series is a series of organic compounds which follow a regular structural pattern in which each successive member of the series differs by CH2 or increased by CH2. A series of organic compounds which follow a regular structural pattern in which each of the successive members differ by CH2 or minus CH2. That is homologous series. What about alkyl group? The major advantage of alkyl group is that alkyl group is a group that determines the physical properties of organic compound. It's a group which determines the physical properties of organic compound, and it's a group that is derived from alkyl family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom. A group that is derived from alkyl family by a loss of what? A single hydrogen atom. A functional group. A functional group is a group which determines the chemical properties of organic compound. The differences between a functional group and alkyl group is that a functional group determines the chemical properties of organic compound, while alkyl group determines the physical properties of organic compound. The reason why each compound belongs to different family is because of its functional group. The reason why each compound belongs to different family is because of its functional group. One of the major characteristics of homologous series is that one, each successive member differs by minus CH2. Each successive member differs by minus CH2, and they have similar chemical properties. One of the homologous series, example of homologous series are, we have the alkane family, we have the alkane family, then we have what's called the alkyne family. We have the alkane family, the alkane family, the alkane family, the alkane family, and the alkane family. The first 10 member of organic compound, in alkane family, we have what's called carbon 1, we have the methane, which is carbon 1, we have the ethane, carbon 2, we have the propane, carbon 3, we have the butane, carbon 4, we have the pentane, carbon 5, we have the hexane, carbon 6, we have the heptane, carbon 7, we have the octane, carbon 8, we have the nonane, carbon 9, then we have the decane, carbon 10. So the general formula for alkane family is Cn H2n plus 2. The general formula for alkene family is Cn H2n. While the general formula for alkyne family is Cn H2n minus 2. Recall, as the number of carbon is increasing by 1, the number of hydrogen is increasing by 1. As number of carbon is increasing by the number of hydrogen is increasing by 2. The number of carbon is increasing by 1, the number of hydrogen is increasing by 2. By nature of this formula, okay, with the formula for alkane, let's solve for C1, which is what? Carbon 1, which stands for methane. As the number of carbon is increasing by 1, the number of N is also increasing. The number of carbon determines the number of what N. If your carbon is 1, your N is 1. Let's solve. We have C times 1, which is for methane. C times 1 equals to H2 times 1 plus 2. H2 times 1 plus 2. We have C1 equals to 2 times 1 is what? 2. H2 plus what? 2. We have C1 equals to H4. Because 2 plus 2 is what? 4. We have, for methane, we have CH what? 4. So, the differences between methane and ethane is 2. Because if this one is what? C2, H4, this one will not be what? C2, H6. This one will not be what? C2, C3, H8. We have C4, H10. Then we have C5, H12. We have C6, H14, C7, H18, C8, H20. Sorry. We have C7, H16, C8, H18, C9, H20, C10. We have H22. This one is for what? Alkane family. For alkane family, the hydrogen will reduce by 2. For alkane family, also the hydrogen will also reduce by 2. Let's go for alkyne family. For alkyne family, in alkyne family, there is absence of what? Methane. Methane, carbon 1 start from what? Alkane family. For alkene and alkyne, they do not have carbon 1. Their first carbon start from what? Carbon 2, which is what? Ethene and ethane. Let's solve for ethene for alkene family using that formula. Alkene family, we have ethene, which is what? C2, using this formula, Cn, H2n. We are solving for what? The first member of alkene family is what? Ethene, which is what? C2. We have something like this. C times 2 equals to H2 times 2. We have C2 equals to 2 times 2. We have what? H4, which is what? C2H4. That is for what? Alkene family. For alkane family, let's also solve for alkane family. Use this formula. We have alkane family. We have C2, H2, and minus 2, which is what? Alkane family. C2, H2, and minus 2. We are using C2, which is what? Ethane. As the number of what? Cn. As the number of what? Carbon is increasing, your N is increasing. Here we have like this. C times 2 equals to H2 times 2 minus 2. C times 2 equals to H2 times 2 minus 2. We have C2 equals to H4 minus 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. We have C2 equals to H what? 2. We can find that in alkane family, the carbon differences is what? 2. In alkane family, the carbon differences is what? 2. What? Sorry, in alkane family, the hydrogen differences is what? 2. In alkene family, the hydrogen differences is 2. While in alkane family, the hydrogen differences is what? Is 2. The difference is that one of the major differences between alkane and alkane family is that alkane undergo a saturated hydrocarbon. Alkane undergo a saturated hydrocarbon. What do we mean by a saturated hydrocarbon? A hydrocarbon that contains a single covalent bond atom. A hydrocarbon that contains a single covalent bond is called a saturated hydrocarbon. Why alkene and alkyne undergo unsaturated hydrocarbon? Why? Because unsaturated hydrocarbon are hydrocarbon that contain a double or a triple covalent bond. A double covalent bond is found in what? Alkene, while a triple covalent bond is found in alkyne family. Because as the number of hydrogen atom is reducing by 2, a bond is introduced to the carbon atom. Example, the structure of ethane molecule is this. The structure of ethane molecule is this. So we have on the board, we have alkane, and alkyne. The differences is that alkane have a general formula of Cn, H2n plus 2. Alkene have a general formula of Cn, H2n. Alkyne have a general formula of Cn, H2N minus 2. Alkane undergo a saturated hydrocarbon. That is a carbon that is it undergoes saturated hydrocarbon. A hydrocarbon that contains a single covalent bond. A hydrocarbon that contains a single covalent bond is called saturated hydrocarbon. That is, in alkane family, we have what called a single covalent bond. While alkene and alkyne undergo unsaturated hydrocarbon, a hydrocarbon that contains a double or a triple covalent bond. In alkene, a double bond is cited. Alkene undergo a double bond, while in alkyne, a triple bond is cited, which is what? 1, 2, 3. This single line represents a single covalent bond. The double line represents a double covalent bond, while the triple line represents a triple covalent bond. Another differences between them is that alkane undergo sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. While alkene undergo sp2 hybridization. sp2 hybridization. While alkyne undergo sp hybridization. The first member of alkane family is methane. In alkane, we have methane. While the first member of alkene family is ethane, because alkene and alkyne don't have a carbon 1 atom. Their first carbon starts from what? Carbon 2, which is what? Ethane. While for alkyne, we have ethyne. Having said the differences between alkane, alkene, and alkyne, there's what we call alkyl group and functional group. The difference between alkene, and alkyne is that they undergo different type of reaction. Alkane undergo substitution reaction, while alkene and alkyne undergo additional reaction. So, with this table chart, you can easily differentiate between alkane, alkene, and alkyne. So, we have what we call alkyl group. Alkyl group is a group that is derived from alkane family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom. A group derived from alkane family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom is called alkyl group. Here, we can also have alkyl group here. A group derived from alkane family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom. Example of carbon atom in the alkane family, we have methane, which is what? CH4. A group derived from alkane family. This a member of alkane family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom. This CH4 minus 1 hydrogen. CH4 minus what? 1 hydrogen. We have what we call, we have something like this CH what? 3. We have CH3. This is example of what? Alkyl compound. Because a group derived from what? Alkane family by a loss of what? A single hydrogen atom is called alkyl group. The difference between alkyl group and functional group is that alkyl group determine the physical properties of what? Organic compound, while functional group determine the chemical properties of organic compound. Here, the first member of alkane family is what? Methane, which is methane. Then, here, you can name it of what? Methyl. How is this one methyl? The first member is what? Alkane, which starts with what? METH. METH stands for what? First carbon atom in organic compound. Stands for first carbon atom in organic compound. Then you remove this surface in alkane family, remove the surface in alkane family, and add the surface in alkyl family. Remove the surface in alkane family, add the surface in alkyl family, which is what? YL. Here we have what? Methyl, which is derived from what? Methane. It's called methyl, which is derived from what? Methane. So a group derived from alkane family by a loss of a single hydrogen atom is called alkyl group. Alkyl group determines the physical properties of a compound, while functional group determines the chemical properties of a compound. We have functional group. So the functional group of alkane family is represented as a single covalent bond. The functional group of alkane family, we have a double covalent bond. Functional group of alkyne family, we have a triple covalent bond. The functional group of haloalkane is represented as what? Minus S. This S can be fluorine, it can be chlorine, it can be bromine, it can be iodine, because they belong to halogen family. The functional group of alkanol is represented as what? OH. The functional group of ester is represented as what? COOR. The functional group of alkanoic acid is represented as COOH. While the functional group of alkana is represented as CHO. The functional group of amide is represented as what? CONH2. The functional group of amine is represented as what? Minus NH2. The difference is that alkanoic acid is represented as what? Organic acid, while the ester is represented as what? Organic base. So having known the functional group, it is the functional group that will make you to be able to name some compound. It is the functional group that will make you to be able to name some compound. Example, we have their own general formula, like the general formula of, having known that of what? Alkane, and alkyne. The general formula of alkanol, we have the general formula of CN A2N plus 1 OH. The general formula of ester, we have CN H2N plus 1 COOR. The general formula of alkanoic acid, we have CN H2N plus 1 COOH. The general formula of alkana, we have CN H2N plus 1 CHO. So on and so forth. Having known the functional group and the general formula, you can be able to what? Name a compound based on their functional group. Can you be able to name a compound based on their functional group?